Hello, and welcome back to my channel, where I post lots of doodling and art content. Follow along for more tutorials like this one. This video is a Zentagle inspired doodle, and it's a fun one, so I hope you follow along and take some time and doodle and relax with me. To start off this doodle, I'm just grabbing a roll of tape and I'm tracing circles in my sketchbook. I love using whatever's lying around my house and tracing it to create a fun template to work with. I've done this with a random rock, with a magnetile, even like a fidget spinner that I had. You could use a compass, of course, but I just don't have the patience for that, and so I just used a roll of tape and it worked really well. So I made sure to trace circles all around my page and get every little area looking full and complete. And once that was done, I traced over every little section and rounded out the corners and just in general perfecting the lines that I first traced pretty roughly. This doesn't need to look perfect because we're going to be filling this in with patterns and markers a little bit later. The key here is really to use fine liner pens because they are the only types of pens I find don't bleed into the markers and they dry really quickly, so they don't smudge on your hands, and it works really, really well. The sketchbook that I'm using also is like a thicker cardstock paper, and so the combination of the fine liner pen with the thicker cardstock and the markers works very well. This step is very satisfying when I color all the corners in black and it all starts to come together. Now, starting with the first pattern, this is one of my go-to favorite patterns. It's like a floral leaf pattern and it's really beautiful. It has a bit of a 3D effect. You can choose any patterns you like to fill in, but I love this one. So I just made this pattern and put it in random different sections of my sketchbook. The second pattern I chose was where I drew a grid of lines and filled every little box with tiny lines in a diagonal. And this is like a really cool effect, especially if you keep the lines small and close together. If you have the lines more spaced out, it does give a very different look. Something I love to keep in mind when I'm choosing patterns is keeping them with different amounts of black and white. The first pattern I chose was a lot of white with stark black, so high contrast. The second pattern is more of a gray effect. And the last pattern is kind of a mix of both. It has bolder lines and they're spread apart a bit more. So I like the contrast of different types of patterns all together on the same page. This last pattern that I'm doing is a really popular Zentagle pattern, and it gives a cool 3D effect. It's easy, it's simple, it's quick, and it's one of my go-tos. With the magic of editing, this looks like it took me 4 minutes, but in reality, this probably took me about 2 hours just on the patterns alone. So I really recommend that you put on a podcast, play an audiobook, really relax and take your time with it. Don't rush it. The whole point of doodling as a creative outlet is kind of like a moving meditation. It's something to do to relax at the end of a stressful day. And there's something about drawing tiny little patterns over and over and over that really just shuts your mind and quiets it down. That being said, the coloring is probably my favorite part, and it just makes me happy. So let's go to the coloring. When I was finished with all of my patterns, about half of my sketchbook was filled in with the black and white patterns, and it was time for me to bring in some color. I chose 4 alcohol markers and I started coloring in the empty spaces. So I chose 2 colors, pink and blue, and I chose 2 shades of each color, so a darker one and a lighter one. I like doing this where I pick 2 colors and 2 shades of each color. You can choose 4 random colors, you can choose more than 4 or less, it's really up to you. I just love the look of these colors together. The reason I use alcohol markers is because they blend so beautifully and they don't leave any marker lines. They're my favorite markers that I use. I don't use any other ones. Alcohol markers are definitely the way to go. While you're watching me color and color and color, here's a fun fact. I used to only create black and white doodles for a long time, and I would post them on my Instagram, and it's pretty much how my Instagram grew to what it is now, all through black and white doodles. It's only in the last year that I bought my first set of alcohol markers, and I never looked back. I started playing around with them, creating more doodles with them. Sure enough, I fell in love, and at this point, every one of my doodles that I create is colorful. I do a lot of gradient colors, and I love playing around with finding different markers and shades that go well together. One of my favorite parts about creating doodles now is finding the right color combinations. Maybe one day I'll create another black and white only doodle that is more Zentagle inspired, but today is not that day. The finishing touches in this doodle is really where it all comes together, adding the shadows and the highlights. That's where the whole thing starts to look really cool. So when I'm drawing the shadows on the markers, I use the same exact marker as I first used, and I just add the shadow effect. The trick here is just go over the shadow a couple of times so it gives more of a contrast, even though you're using the same exact color. Keep the shadows all the same directions. Here I'm using it on the right and bottom side of the sections and just kind of going over it over and over until it looks right. Adding the shadow effect by the black and white patterns is different than the markers. I like using a pencil and just coloring in these sections that seem like they should have a shadow, like they should be a little bit darker. So I just take the pencil and I color in those sections going around the sides of the pattern. Once I have it filled in with the pencil, I take this blending tool and I just blend the pencil out so it doesn't look very harsh. It blends the pencil beautifully, but you could technically just blend the pencil out with your finger too. Definitely don't skip adding the shadow effect to your doodles. The before and after is incredible. It is such a fun and relaxing step, and it really adds so much dimension. It's worth the extra few minutes of effort. The last step is to take a white gel pen and add a bit of a highlight to the markers. Just like the shadow adds a lot of dimension, this highlight does the same. And it really adds the finishing touch to the doodle. This is the final step, and here is the result. I hope you enjoyed. Definitely subscribe for more videos like this one. Bye!